Newcastle march on to the next round of the FA Cup. We'll talk about the game. We'll also include highlights. Rafa opts for 3 youngsters make their debut. We'll see how they get on. And also we'll hear from one of them youngsters, Dan Barlaser. Yeah, hello everybody, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. So, it was a cold night at St James's Park, hence I've just got in, got my scarf on, it's freezing, so I've got the heating turned on. So we're 1-3-1, but as you know, if you just seen the intro there, shock surprisement. We knew that the four of them, Jamie Holmes, Yasin Ben Almani, Stuart Findlay, and Dan Barlaser were all training with the squad during the week, and I thought, yeah, you might say a couple of them chucked on the bench, but Rafa goes and chucks 3 of them. Let's begin with what we normally do in reviews. Let's begin with the lineup. So, Sells in goal, then it was Yedlin at right back, Hanley, then Findlay was the first one to come in at centre back. Lazar was playing left back. Shelvey come back in from his suspension. It was great to see him alongside Tiote. Richie was playing on the right hand flank. Yasin Ben Almani was in the left of midfield, and Barlaser was, I wouldn't say the number 10, but he was like a 3 in midfield. And then Gouffran was playing up top as well, which didn't surprise me too much because Gouffran has been asking to play up top. Let's have a look at Birmingham dead quickly. So Ledgkins in goal, and then it was Cogley, Robertson, Shotton and Grounds as the back 4. Keefton, Beld and Davis as the 2 sitting. Cheshire was also trying to push on as well. Che Adams was also trying to get up top of Cotterill as well, and then it was Solomon Otterbar as well up top. But that shocked me, it really, really did. And looking at the atmosphere, yeah, I expected that a lot of kids to be there. There were a lot of kids at the ground as well. £3 a ticket, so it attracts other kind of fans as well. Atmosphere was pretty quiet in my area. I was sitting in the Leazes end. I felt a little bit alien for not being in the Gallagher as well. But yeah, it's to be expected, you know, it's a cup game. On the other hand, let's talk about the performance as well. So we got 2 early goals in them. So the first goal, which I've obviously captured, a couple of them was a penalty. Now, Shelvey's through ball is absolutely magnificent to Gouffran, who goes around the goalkeeper and goes down. And I was directly in front of Gouffran. Not a penalty. It's not a penalty in my eyes. But Richie steps up, puts it down the middle. Newcastle are 1-0 up. Bit of sigh of relief, to be honest with you, because Birmingham were bursting through the midfield. Newcastle centre midfield with Tiote and Barlaser looked a little bit all over the place at the beginning, and I felt that Findlay was very, very nervous at the start of the game. He grew with confidence, but I think that was down to Hanley needs to look after him. But Newcastle got that second goal from a free kick, and it was a lovely, lovely take by Gouffran. I thought he miscontrolled it at first, but Shelvey whips the ball in, and then Gouffran does a little flick over the defender, and then I'll give him credit. He fires at the bottom corner. I was going to say he scuffed it, but he did fire in the bottom corner. And it's in the back of the net. A great little finish. And obviously I tweeted them out goals as well as were happening. So we're 2-0 up. I went in. Richie was also played in and he hit the post as well. You'll see more of these videos on Match Day Experience vlog, where I vlog me day from the beginning to the end at night time. But you went in 2-0 up, pretty comfortable, and we're looking at the bench, and it is quite a strong bench. You likes have got Dummett, Colback, Lascelles, who else is Hayden, Perez, Murphy. I'm surprised not to see Murphy, so I think Rafa's considering him for the weekend. Expect Murphy to start because of Gale and Mitrovic's absence. But second half, it kind of died off a little bit. Birmingham, it was 50-50. Birmingham got the goal back against, no, I wouldn't say against when they played, they deserved it. I'd even heard the Birmingham fans above us singing, "We're going to win 3-2, we're going to win 3-2. Then we'll celebrate a shot on goal. It was quite funny. Birmingham fans are actually quite funny. I like the clever characteristics that they bring. And then we got a goal, killed them off. Was it unfair? Possibly, but again, Shelvey, it just goes to show you. I mean, we win 3-1, and it was. We'll talk about John Joe Shelvey now because his performance was man of the match. He got 3 assists. That says it. 3 assists. Well, 2 assists. No 3 assists because he played in Gouffran. So you could say 2-3 assists for Shelvey, and he was outstanding man of the match. He was demanding the ball. He was picking the ball up off the defence and then spraying it as well. So he had an outstanding game, and it's amazing how one man can make so much difference to Newcastle's style of play. I mean, if it wasn't because of John Joe Shelvey, and in all honesty, Newcastle would have went out of the cup, and I'm no disrespect to other players that were on the pitch, but Shelvey was absolutely magnificent, marvellous display. We'll talk about the youngsters first of all then. So we'll begin with Stuart Finley, who was brought in. I was more surprised with him more than the others. So Finley, for me, he started off really nervous. He was just given the ball. When the ball was given to him, he says, "Oh, you have it, you have it." But I think eventually he grew a little bit of confidence. He made a great block in the second half. Hanley, I think it was up to Hanley to look after him a little bit more. I felt that Hanley should have done a lot more, But okay, it wasn't brilliant. Will he play again this season? Maybe not, because you're thinking that Mbemba, when he comes back from the African Cup of Nations, will be on the bench, rotated. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Dan Barlaser, who was on the bench a couple of times last season under McLaren and the season before that as well. He got his first start, ran a lot of midfield. Couple of sloppy passes perhaps, but you'll admit this as well. He's actually a very humble lad. Here he is talking on audio.
It's a surreal day, especially on my birthday. To become 20 is really good, but make my debut is even better.
When did you find out you were playing?
I didn't until today. Well, training on Friday and Thursday, we're doing set pieces, and he's put us in the starting team, and I didn't really know if I was starting or not. The lads were saying oh, no pressure and that, a bit of banter, and I was thinking, I never started, and then obviously today I got told I was starting. It's just oh my god.
It's a real honest interview he gave there, didn't he? Really honest interview to the BBC there. And finally, Yacine Belhamoni, who I was really excited to see. Trickery, that he's been dubbed the non-league Mahrez, a Ben Arfa type player. A lot of tricks, a lot of flicks, but his touch let him down tonight. I don't want to be disheartened on the kid, because I like him. I really like him. I think he needs more game time in the first team and growing confidence, growing stature. But he was a little bit disappointed in his first touch. On the other hand, other notable mentions, Gouffran played up top, got his goal. Is that going to give Rafa food for thought on the weekend? Maybe play Gouffran in the 10, Murphy up top. Perez was brought on the left wing. He didn't really have a shout, to be honest with you. But Jota, was that his last game for Newcastle? More than likely. I just want to pick on one thing, and I think it could be a problem. And I've just thought this. I had two older guys behind me, picking on Matt Sells all game. Matt Sells didn't do anything wrong. The Birmingham goal wasn't his fault. His kicking was all right. And I just had these negative fans behind us, and I felt like they turned around going, "Oh, will you shut up?" Now, honestly, that was my knack. Fans have a scapegoat for Matt Sells. He didn't do anything wrong. Anyways, right, enough of the negativity. We're in the cup, we're in the next round. We'll play Oxford. You would think Newcastle would go through, but obviously Oxford pulled off a shock last season. You never know. But that's been the review. 34,896, so nearly 35,000 for an FA Cup replay. Great support. Thank you very much for watching Newcastle Fans TV. Keep an eye out for the Matchday Experience vlog coming out on the channel in the next 24 hours. See you later.